This is from ESPN's This Is Football. Kevin Clark on what he sees for the Browns in 2025.
This all comes down to whether or not Dylan Gabriel plays.
Yep,
Dylan Gabriel is the bad and sad quarterback to me. I'm sorry. This is a great thing to get into because there's ways for them to be bad and not sad.
Mm-hmm.
And there's ways they're not going to be good. I just want to say this. They're not going to be good.
Sure.
8 games is the ceiling. It's the ceiling, the absolute ceiling. If they play Kenny Pickett and the defense is awesome and Myles Garrett, who they brought back, is looking good and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I actually just had, because they threw numbers at the quarterback position, because I'm just intrigued to see Shedeur Sanders just as a viewer. Like, he's an entertainment product, right? I just want to see what that looks like. To me, I'm looking at this saying, I want to watch this team. Like, I view it, not to do league pass rankings and infringe on our friend Zach Lowe, but when we're doing Sunday Ticket in the 1 p.m. window, and if Shedeur's in the mix to play, they're in the mix.
You know, Fred, we heard that kind of thing with Johnny Manziel, and that didn't turn out very well. Here's the thing. If the defense is good and they can run the ball and they don't turn the ball over, those are basic tenets of football in the NFL, they have a chance to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the formula. I mean, as far as we know how bad the offense was last year, primarily because the quarterback play, averaging 15 points a game isn't going to get it done. But I think the Browns' approach is they felt their best path to be relevant is, as was suggested there, is a strong defense. The defense was very good in 2023. Fell off last year. I think you could argue a lot of it had to do with the offensive problems. As many times as the offense turned the ball over, you kept putting the defense back out on the field and eventually got wore down. But they, as bad as the offense was, they used their first 2 picks in the draft, very high picks, on defensive players. They identified the middle to get stronger, and they went out and got Mason Graham and they got Carson Schwessinger, 2 rookies they expect to start, and Malik Collins right next to Mason Graham. So I believe they feel the defense getting that fixed is the quickest way to be relevant. If that defense can get back in the top 10, they don't have to be number 1, but if they can just get back into the top 10 and be strong and create turnovers, then I think the offense, if it's just acceptable, average, they have a chance to win more games. I mean, last year you win 3 games because you only scored 15 points. So if your defense can hold the opponent under 20, the offense ought to be able to be acceptable. And I think the easiest path is to go back to that wide zone scheme, running the ball. You set yourself up with going and getting 2 running backs with fresh legs in Judkins and Sampson. I think that's going to be your ticket. Good defense and a very strong running game.